So in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different other than the sneaker invest videos. I was able to get my hands on the brand new Ultra 4D. I was going to say Ultra Boost, but it's actually just called the Adidas Ultra 4D. I ended up winning the raffle for these shoes on... what day was it? Friday? Maybe Wednesday? I can't even remember. But these ended up coming in last night, and a few months earlier, I ended up getting the Ultra Boost 1.0 triple black versions when they came out on the Adidas website. Not a whole ton to say about it. A lot of people already know about this shoe. But now that I have the Ultra Boost and the Ultra 4D, both triple black versions, I'd want to make a little bit of a comparison video between the two because there are actually some differences other than it being a 4D sole comparing it to the Boost sole. But if you guys are interested in this type of video instead of just the sneaker invest videos that I make, I don't really get a whole ton of personals on shoes. A vast majority of the shoes that I buy, I just buy to sell, but I did end up getting these for personal and along with the triple black Ultra Boost. So if you do want to see some unboxings or comparisons of other shoes, I will also keep that in mind. But for now, let's get into the differences of the Ultra Boost and the Ultra 4D. So to start off, obviously the box is going to be different. These are both the exact same size. I got size 11. However, the 4D version is a little bit bigger. I'm guessing because the sole is a little bit thicker compared to the Ultra Boost sole. And they kind of wanted to make it look a little bit nicer. It's got the Adidas 4D logo on it, which is nice. Opens up like some of the NMD boxes that I've seen when the new Ultra Boost that come out. Now just come in this black box that opens like this. There's nothing really too special about it. So the prices are a little bit different on both of these shoes for different reasons. This is the 4D model. It was originally $200, which is only $20 over the normal Ultra Boost retail. However, these you could only get through the raffle, so I've seen them go for as high as $300 a pair. And from the day that I'm making this video, there are no like open releases of Ultra 4Ds right now. You could only get them through raffles, so maybe, you know, if you see this video a year into the future, hopefully it would be open to more people instead of, I think they make the Run 1.0 or the 2K that has a 4D bottom you could kind of get as a general release. But for right now, the Ultra 4Ds, you could only get through Adidas raffles. And now for the Ultra Boost, it was originally $180, which is what I paid. But of course these sat on the Adidas website, and I think at the beginning of October you could get them for as little as $135 because I think there was like a 25% off. I can't really remember, and I'm pretty sure they're still up right now, and I think there's some sort of sale going on, so you don't actually have to pay $180 like I did for these shoes. You can pay as little as $135. I don't know, I've even seen like employee discounts paying like $90 for these shoes, which is kind of ridiculous. I wish I paid $90. But now we'll get to the differences of both of the shoes. So I think with the ring light, you could kind of see it might be a little difficult, but the heel cup and the stripes of the Ultra Boost cage on the Boost version are a little bit more of a matte finish, even though they're all black. It might look a little glossy just because of the shine of the ring light, but in comparison, especially in person, if you looked at the 4D version of the cage and the heel cup, it's much brighter. I could even see on camera it's a little bit more glossy, even though both of these are the triple black versions. Again, might be a little difficult to see on camera, but the Ultra 4D right here on this heel cup is matte finish, and the Ultra Boost logo on this heel cup is a little bit more of a glossy finish. So little differences there. And I know I'm putting in little clips of like an overhead look at these shoes, and it was even very difficult to see the differences of the knit on both of these shoes. But if you do get both of them in person, the front prime knit of the Ultra Boost shoes are, I don't want to say that they're reflective, but they almost seem like they're slightly glossy. Whatever certain knit that they used in certain lights actually do kind of seem a little bit bright, even though the whole thing is triple black. I think it makes the shoe look good, but if you look at the 4D version, it's like 100% triple black. It's all matte, all black, looks really, really good. Both of them honestly look good. It's not like one looks better than the other, but I did see in hand that it is a little bit different. One thing I thought was weird, even though that these are the triple black versions of the Ultra 4Ds, the Adidas logo on the tongue is white, and I don't really know why they did that, because the Ultra Boost version is completely black. You might see it through the reflection. It might be a little bit bright because of the ring light, but it is just triple black. So I don't know why they changed that. It's a little odd. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it, but I thought that they would make this shoe triple black. So along with that, very minor differences, the 4D is made in Vietnam, you could see on the tongue, and then the Ultra Boost are made in China. I don't know, maybe it's cheaper to make 4Ds in Vietnam instead of China. China. Don't really know why they made them in different places, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. You can see the way that I lace both of these shoes are kind of like messy. I never actually tie them because you don't really have to tie Ultra Boost. You can just slip them on and they're not going to slip off. However, the 4D laces that come with these, even though like I said before, these are both size 11, they're the exact same size shoe. The 4D laces are a little bit longer, so I had to loop them through the cage another time compared to the Ultra Boost version. And the laces on the 4D are actually a little bit thicker than the Ultra Boost version, very slightly. It doesn't make the shoe look bad or anything, just a little different than the Ultra Boost version. And now the main thing that I don't really have to talk about too much, because if you've seen virtually any 4D review, is the whole comfort and the feel of the shoe. Now obviously the 4D is not as comfortable as the Ultra Boost. It's just, I don't think I've seen anybody actually say that it's more comfortable. It's definitely more firm. And I walked around all day today with the 4Ds on, and personally for all the Ultra Boost that I wear, I don't actually use the insoles in any of them. And it doesn't matter, I have 1.0s, 2.0s, 4.0s, I don't use the insoles at all because I don't really run in these Ultra Boosts. So I want them to be a little bit more roomy, so I just don't have any insoles in them. They're comfortable enough, you don't need insoles. And if you do know anything about Ultra Boost, the 1.0s are definitely the most narrow and tight Ultra Boost out of all of them. So even though my natural size of most shoes are about 10.5, I did go size 11 in the 1.0s, and I definitely need the size 11 and 1.0s because if I put the insoles in these, they'd feel a little tight and kind of uncomfortable. However, I walked around all day with the insoles out of the 4D version, and it wasn't incredibly uncomfortable. It just wasn't nearly as nice as walking around in normal Ultra Boost. So I did put the normal Ultra 4D insoles that come with the shoe back in it, and I'm guessing because you could see how wide this shoe is because of the 4D sole, I'm guessing when they had to glue the Prime Knit onto the sole, it was a little bit wider than it would be on the Ultra Boost version, because even with the insole in the 4D version, it does feel a little bit roomier. It just feels not as tight. It's more comfortable in that sense. You could like move around your toes a little bit more than you can in the Ultra Boost version. Also, I think this is a little bit, I think they went for a little bit more comfort in the 4D version because everything seems a little bit more flimsy, which I guess maybe isn't the right word because flimsy sounds like it's bad. It just seems it's easier to put on these shoes than it is the Ultra Boost version. The heel tab, you could actually like move around a little bit easier and be able to slide your foot in. It's nice. While the Ultra Boost version is a little bit more firm. So I did have a pair of 4Ds about a year ago. It was the Alpha Edge 4Ds. And when the 4Ds first came out, people were getting them in hand. They said that it was a much heavier shoe than what you would think, you know, like Ultra Boost or NMDs or something like that. I don't know if they maybe changed the way that they made 4D a little bit or made it a little bit more lightweight, because I could feel that the 4Ds are heavier than the Ultra Boost, but honestly not by much. You really wouldn't feel it at all on feet, honestly. So I don't really have a problem with that at all. But one thing that I did see, and I have seen people who honestly get their 4Ds very, very dirty, is the whole 4D sole could get extremely dirty. If you get dirt in the middle of this, like good luck getting it out. It's kind of gonna be stuck there. But even the bottoms, I went in a little bit of dirt today and you can see how dirty they look. I even had to clean these from what they already look like. The whole rubber sole that they have is very grippy. You could see how much traction is on it, but I guess the way that it's just made up, it traps dirt on the sole very, very easily, and it's gonna be very difficult to get out. Again, not a deal breaker, it's not annoying, but you could kind of see I've definitely worn my Ultra Boost a lot more, and they look super clean. So overall, I'm not gonna say one is better than the other, because I would say the Ultra Boost version is more comfortable, obviously because of the boost, but with this being a 1.0, I know some people with wider feet do have issues with the 1.0s. I mean, technically I would if I wore a size 10.5 like I normally am, or even in 4.0s, I could actually wear size 10s and be fine just because it's a wider shoe in general. But with the 1.0s, if I wore 10.5, it would be uncomfortable wearing them all day. It'd be very, very tight. But with the new construction of the 4D, even though these are 1.0s, it feels a little bit more roomy in the Prime Knit and not as tight. So the upper on the 4D is more comfortable than the upper on the Boost, but the Boost sole is more comfortable than the 4D. So it's kind of like a tie. It's more of a preference, to be honest, of like whatever you like more. And hopefully in the future, if you do see this video down the road, you can get Ultra Boost any day of the week. They're, you know, super general release, but the Ultra 4Ds, like I said before, you could only get through raffles. Hopefully they'll be more of a GR thing so anybody could try them out and test them. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.